Good evening. Well, as I promised you all, we are here with the business expert coach herself, Miss Denise M. Merriweather. She is the founder and the creator of the Jumpstart program in Queenpreneurs Academy. And as I told you all, this month we've been talking about side hustles, and she is going to give you three hustle strategies to build out your business. For the last 4 weeks, to culminate for June, the side hustle topic, we started with how to get started. We went to some side hustle ideas and the pros and cons of starting a side hustle. Then the third week, we talked about the legalities of a side hustle, meaning what were the legal things that you need to put in place to get started. And then this week, we talked about how we're going to build it out, from brand colors to your core values, to your mission statement, to your elevator pitch. So we've been talking about that. And now Denise M. Merriweather, who is a business coach, will give you three side hustle strategies. Denise, take it away, and thanks for being here.
Yep. Thank you so much for having me. Hello, hello, hello. Again, my name is Denise Merriweather. I am the founder and the CEO of Queenpreneurs Jumpstart Program. Yes, it's the number one training environment for women in the world looking to leverage their knowledge, ignite their passion, and build a highly profitable business. And how do we do this? We assist you with building your courage, confidence, and competence so you can accept, believe, and commit to what it is that God has called you to do. So look, thank you so much to LaShawn for inviting me on her business page and her space. She's definitely been one of the stellar students in Queenpreneurs Academy. Also, she has taken the majority of the information and learned the majority of the information inside of Queenpreneurs Jumpstart program. So I'm so happy that she's teaching and telling you guys about it, and that she also invited me to help put a little bit of icing on the cake that she's already been baking for you guys for the last 4 weeks. So here's three strategies or three things that I want you to keep in mind as you're building this hustle, this side hustle, right? And even based on what you call it, I think that's the thing. And if you're out there, definitely say hello to us. Let us know you're inside the chat. We definitely want to know that you're here. So the first thing that I want to get out to you is that test, 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 and test, right? When you're first starting out a side hustle, there's a lot of things that you don't know. There's a lot of things that you're unsure of. But the things that you need to do is test the idea, right? Don't be afraid to test it out. Who are you going to test this out on? Family, friends, church community, people that you work with, that you have relationship with, right? That 250 people, I forgot what it's called, but you have over probably 250 people inside your phone. And these are the people that you should be reaching out to and letting them know what it is that you have going on, to see if they can help assist you in getting the word out and letting people know, or even if they're interested in what it is that you have to give. But in order for you to get more clear on who it is that you want to serve, you got to test it out. When I first started, number one, my first business was a meeting planning business. It was entitled Foresight Meeting Services, right? I think Sean can attest to this, right? I'm sorry that, I call her Sean. She's my sister. But listen, I had a meeting planning business initially. And of course, I mean, it's not still in existence now. I think somebody may be using Foresight for something else, but it's not for their business. And I say all that to say is that you need to test whatever it is. And if it doesn't work, don't be afraid to shut it down. Don't be afraid to let it go. I have moved on and let it go, right? But then when it was time for me, and I want to say that was maybe back in 2007, 2008, and I didn't dissolve the business until maybe, I'm going to say 2014, 2015, right? But I never was able to get the business off the ground the way that I wanted to. And I was also working a full-time job as a meeting planner until I went back into radio in 2011. So as you're building this side hustle on the side, because nobody's telling you to leave your job. We don't want you to do that. We want you to test it first. We want you to get to a point, hopefully, that is replacing your income, right? The income that you're making before you walk away. But if you get fired, similar to I did, and then I was listening to another lady who has like a vegan restaurant, and she's a big name. I want to say Pinky somebody. I can't.
Pinky Cole.
Pinky Cole. Okay, so I was
It's
listening
Slutty
to
Vegan is the
Slutty
restaurant.
Vegan, right? So I was listening to her interview today, and she talked about how she was working like in television production. She was doing the side hustle with the vegan meals and prep and stuff, and nobody knew about it. It was her side hustle. See, sometimes the thing about the side hustle, you don't let your full-time job know what your side hustle is, especially if you don't have the legal backing or know enough legalities how to protect yourself and your brand and to not get caught up in conflict of interest and all those things. So you need to talk to a lawyer, but you definitely need to be testing out your idea on the people inside of your community and building that brand, because I'm telling you, it's going to help you later. So test, whether that's, again, making phone calls, whether it's showing up on social media, whatever it is, you need to get it out there. So that's the first strategy, because the last thing you want to do is need this business to take care of you, but you've done no legwork. You've built no community. You've built no name for yourself. And then you're going to think that you're going to start it from scratch and you're going to make $10,000 plus a month. When you in your first year, you're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. So definitely put the work in, do the work now while you still have the full-time job. Number two, the next thing I would say is, as a strategy, while you're building this side hustle, get a real foundation. And Pinky Cole said this too, right? She started it out right. She got the legal advice that she needed. She trademarked the thing. She got the logos created. She got the brand. She got the mission statement, and all these things that LaShawn was even telling you about is super duper important about the foundation. But the foundation don't work without you registering the business and getting it an LLC and getting a tax ID number and getting the bank accounts, right? Because you're saying that you want to make money, but where the money gonna go into? Into your personal account? Oh, no. Don't you commingle your funds, because if you mess around and get in trouble in that business and they see that you've been commingling funds, all money is their money, meaning they'll start coming after your homes, your personal savings, and your family stuff, your husband stuff. So don't commingle your funds. Set up your business stuff properly. Talk to a lawyer. I tell all my students that, like, I ain't no lawyer. I can't tell you if you need an LLC, an incorporation, a S corp, C corp, whatever. Look, you have to get legal advice in order to know what type of business you need to build, and it's all based on your services, right? I have one client that was building like a counseling business. Well, in order to be a counselor, you got to have real certification. And if you get into therapy, now they prescribe subscriptions, right? So they need to have real credentials, right? A higher level of credentials. And don't get me wrong, coach, I'm a coach. I have credentials, right? Because I felt like I needed it, even though you don't, because it's not a regulated industry. But I got it because I wanted to have systems and processes to take people through. I wanted to have a framework, something that I could start with, and I wanted to feel legit. Hashtag be legit. Hashtag be legit. And this foundation is what's going to get you there. So whatever it is that you feel that you need to be confident in the thing that you want to sell, that you want to serve people with, then you need to get the credentials. I'm never going to tell you not to get it, but what I'm telling you, it's not needed to be successful. A lot of people that's out here making millions of dollars don't have a degree to first. Do you understand what I'm saying? Some of them may not even have a high school diploma. So I don't want to hang so much weight on getting an education or certifications, because I get that they're not needed. But if you feel like you need that to be confident, I want you to go get it. Go get the degree, go get the certification. Now, other things about the foundation, right? I think this brand messaging deserves a little more attention. So when I'm talking about your brand message, you want to have a conversation when you step out here in this space of social media or whatever, knowing who it is that you serve, why do you want to serve them, how are you going to serve them? Because people ain't really concerned about who you are. They're really concerned about how you're going to help them through the situation that they're in. And one of the things that we always start with is recognizing the pain points of the people that you want to serve. Like for me, as a business coach, also a life coach, the thing that I deal with the most is, number one, people living from reasons, right? There's always a reason why I can't start, whether it's I don't have enough money, I got to take care of my kids, I don't have the education. Okay, we can't live life from reasons. There'll always be a reason, and a legitimate reason, right? That's legitimate. Okay, I got kids, I got things that I have to balance, but it's not a reason for you not to go after your dreams. Your kids would never want you not to do that, right? Your husband would never want you not to do that. So listen, don't use your reasons to stop you from moving forward. Also, fear and uncertainty. Those are major pain points for people who want to start businesses, right? Sometimes they feel like they're too old. Like me, I was in a career for over 16 plus years, right? Where does all that experience go? You may feel like it goes down the drain, the flushes down the drain, but it doesn't. You will be able to use those same skills to reinvent yourself. Do not be afraid. The sooner you jump, the better off you'll be. The longer that you wait, the more afraid you're going to be, right? You're going to feel like you have even more to lose, the years that you're going to lose in the profession that you have. But if you go ahead and start now while you're still aligned with your profession, it's going to make it easier when you make that transition. Because it did happen for me. When I was actually clear that I needed to get into teaching and speaking, I was still working in radio. It was back in like 2013 where the revelation came. It was after Essence Music Festival, which is going on right now. We saw so many dynamic people, and the Spirit was just telling me, hey, speaking and teaching is what you should be doing. And I'm like, okay, I'm definitely tripping. I'm feeling like I must feel like I'm Iyanla Vanzant or Lisa Nichols or something, right? I thought that I was really going crazy. And I was like, God, no, this can't be what you want me to do. But after I calmed myself down, I just told him, look, I'm not even going to play with you like that, because I know the best will for me, for my life, is for me to get into alignment with you. Hashtag alignment. Hashtag alignment. So the quicker you get into alignment where God is calling you, the more successful you're going to be. Does it mean that it's going to be easy? No way. Does it mean that you're going to be successful overnight? No. There's a training period. There's a preparation period. If you look at anyone in scripture, in the Bible, they all had preparations periods, right? David was anointed at a very young age, but he didn't become king until like his 30s or early 40s, right? Same thing with Moses. I mean, he was trained first initially inside of Pharaoh's house. Then he went off and started being a sheep herder underneath his father Jethro, his father-in-law Jethro. But you know when he started his mission? At like age 80. Come on, y'all. It's never too late. Don't be afraid of the time. Like, God lives outside of time. His time is not our time. His ways are not our ways. His thoughts are not our thoughts. You just need to get into alignment. When you hear his voice, when you are sure, like, hey, this is something that I need to try, or even if you're unsure, right? As long as you believe that it's something that he's calling you to do, I need you to go ahead and jump. So get clear on that messaging. Get clear on who you want to serve. Get clear of that foundation, because that foundation is what's going to hold your business, sustain your business, even in the lean times, even when things go awry. You want to make sure you have legal support behind you. Did you want to say anything in here, LaShawna? Do you want me to keep going, or
you what? Keep going. Give your 3 points and we'll go from there.
Okay. All right. So point number 3. Point number 3 is collaboration. Put in the chat collaboration. Put in the chat collaboration. Now, here is where you can get a boost in your marketing or people visibility, is when you collaborate with like-minded people like me and LaShawn. And I was with Dr. Roz the other night on her platform. I have a trip that I'm partnering. Well, I'm not a partner, but I'm actually one of the speakers going on a trip in November with one of my fellow mastermind members, and her name is Adrienne Holloman. So we'll be doing a trip to Jamaica, and I'll be one of her speakers November the 3rd through the 7th, right? So just write it down, right? We're going to Jamaica. So you'll start seeing those advertisements soon, but the collaboration is where it's at. So don't be afraid to partner up with people who are like-minded. I'm sure that there's people in that her audience that need me and people in my audience that need her. But you got to make sure that you vet these people out, because I don't want you get into bed with people that brands don't align with who you are or your values, right? You should have some form of similarity, something that you'll feel good about talking about. And if you know anything about me, if you know anything about Adrienne Holloman has been on the 12 Days of Christmas 2 years. The 2 years that I've done it, she's been a speaker for both of them, because we do align. We do have like minds. I do believe in what it is that she's doing, and she believes in what it is that I'm doing. And so you want to make sure these collaborations, these things that you're getting together with other people, you feel super duper good about, but it will help you grow your numbers if you get in front of the right people. I think last year I was invited to a community, and I was a coach inside that community for maybe like 5 months, and it helped grow my page. It helped grow my business. I have still some of those relationships to this day, right? Because you go into different places where you're not normally present, and you're going to gain people who are looking exactly for what you have. Do not be afraid to try things and go outside the box, but collaboration is the key. All right, let's recap the 3 things, the 3 strategies that will help you get this side hustle to a good place for you to start generating money. Number 1 is test. I want you to test. Do not be afraid to test it in all markets. Whoever you feel like you are there to serve, I promise you, as you start doing it, you'll become clear. Remember, this was not my first business. This is not what I first, even what I'm doing now, Queenpreneurs Academy. I didn't have this brand when I started. I was Deneen Merriweather. teacher of transformational living, right? But then I felt like, okay, that's super generic. Queenpreneurs Academy, I focus on helping women start business, but soon I'm going to be transitioning into life coaching, right? Helping women get out of the stands of life and on the court of life and actually stop waiting for validation, making God's validation enough for you to get started, right? So I'm rebranding. The more I get to know my client and who I want to serve, I just shift. Hashtag I'm shifting. Hashtag I'm shifting. Do not be afraid to reinvent and shift when God tells you to. And don't give up. If it's not working, try something else, tweak it, but don't. Hey, I talked about this today. Don't keep the baby. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Keep the baby. If it's your dream, if it's your passion, same thing with the, what's her name? Pinky, what's her name?
Pinky Cole.
Pinky Cole. She had a previous business, a restaurant business that she had like a grease fire or something and it burned down. She had no insurance and all the things lost, right? But she didn't give up because that was something that she wanted to do. It was her hobby. Listen to what I'm saying. It was just a hobby. It was a pastime type of thing that I'm doing. And she turned it into now, I know, a multi-million-dollar business. And her goal is to become $1 billion business. Okay. And the same thing for you. Whatever your dream is, just test. It'll get clearer and clearer the more you test. The second thing I told you was to get your foundation, get a strong foundation, because when you start making $1 million, you don't want somebody to come and steal your ideas and steal your names of the different things. Get everything trademarked, get a lawyer, copyright written, intellectual property, get whatever you need in order to protect your information and your product. And then number 3, collaborations. Collaborations make the world better, right? Do it together. It's better together. It is better together. Hashtag it really is better together. Get some people that you can partner up with to grow that side hustle. So when it's time for it to be a full-time job, you're not starting from scratch. You actually have over 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 10,000, 1 million followers already following you who actually love your brand and will support your brand no matter how many shifts you make and changes you make. If you touch them and you resonate with them and you share yourself and you be authentic in your messaging and things, they will follow you wherever you go because it's not the product that they love, it's you that they love. And those are the 3 side hustle strategies.
And remember, you all, thank you so much, Denise. And remember, we've been talking about this all month. And as Denise said, you want to test your product. Remember, I talked about at the beginning of the month that I had thought about 2 businesses. And it was because I was in Queenpreneurs Academy that my sister and my business coach helped me scale it down because I wanted to do an organizational business. So I like to organize things. And then I also thought about estate planning. And it was my passion because of what had happened with our mother and having to deal with her estate. That was the only reason that I started the business. And those were the 2 things I was wrestling with. So you want to test. And as we all know, we just heard the story about Chadwick Boseman in regards to he didn't have a will and all the things. So you want to make sure that, again, estate planning is a hot thing because we know what happened with Prince. We know what happened with other people, and we know that estate planning is a thing. Getting a foundation. I talked about that in the second week in regards to, in the third week about making sure that you have the legalities together, register your business with your Secretary of State. Make sure that you have a bank account, that you have an accountant, that you have some type of mechanism in place or a CRM in regards to how you're going to get this business as far as your money. Make sure you have a separate business account. Make sure you have a tax ID. So we talked about that also. Lastly, in regards to collaboration, I've been doing a lot of podcasts. I just did one with Kerwin Phillip, who is with Malik's First Job, and he has a podcast. I have a podcast coming up next month. So you want to collaborate with people that you can align with and can assist you with making your brand bigger and better. And so remember those 3 steps because I think they'll take you a long way. And remember that you can become a part of the Jumpstart program and Queenpreneurs Academy. And Denise, when you're ready, just give them your information in regards to how they can reach out to you and be a part of the Academy and also the Jumpstart program. She does have on the website here, Coach Denise, and if you see that she has her page and everything that you all can check out and look on her information and see what's happening. In addition, like I said, you always can reach me at LaShawn E. Michael. That's my Facebook page. Of course, I was like the Life Estate Planning Company, where we're moving people from financial insecurity to financial freedom while building a financial legacy that will last a lifetime. And the way we do that is we're going to ace that thing, and that's going to assess, consult, and execute all your estate planning and financial needs. You know that you can also reach me at my email, which is lem@LaShawnEMichaelLLC.com. You can also reach me at my job form, which is pinned at the top of my business page at LaShawn E. Michael. You also can reach me at the phone number, which is 404-666-5745. And you can always just email me or inbox me on my Facebook page. However you reach out to me, I'm here to assist you all. And again, I hope this information has been helpful to you all. As I said, if you take out the screen, my sister has put up there how you all can reach out to her. I was a student in her Queenpreneurs Academy. It is how I got my business started. And I think this is an excellent way to get the tools you need and the steps you need to get started. I picked my brand colors and everything else based on what happened in that class and from her coaching. So please reach out to her and be sure to look into it. And I think it will be a great investment in extending and starting your side hustle and turning it into a full-fledged business, which we both have done for things that we were passionate about and wanted to do. Deneen, anything else you want to close out with?
Nope. Nope,
All
I'm
right.
good to go. Thank you so much. And thanks again for having me. Hope you guys enjoyed the information. Again, if you want to look into Queenpreneurs Jumpstart program, just click the link and go over to the sales page. It's a video there for you to check out to hear what it's about, the things that you will learn, and how you can actually get this side hustle off the ground and get a strong foundation. Always looking forward to serving you. Thank you again, and see you later. See you soon.
See y'all soon. Thank y'all so much.